Like many 90s kids, I grew up with the Power Rangers and loved the first couple of seasons. But now there's a brand new game out on the PS4 that's trying to capitalize on the nostalgia, building up that hype towards the new movie that's coming out soon. But is there enough Power Rangers goodness to be worth your money, or is it just a bunch of Mighty Morphin mediocrity? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle is a brand new beat-em-up style of game that's trying its hardest to cash in on the very classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers of the early 1990s. The game is all about the original Power Rangers as we knew them, featuring characters and locations from the original Angel Grove, including the original red, blue, yellow, black, and pink Rangers, as well as Tommy as the White Ranger, though we didn't see him until later on in the series, though there is an unlockable Green Ranger. The game is a very simplistic beat-em-up, where you can play up to 4 players all at the same time on the same system, but unfortunately there is no online multiplayer. Each of the Power Rangers does play a tad bit differently, with a few different stats like speed and power, as well as you will gain experience in order to level up your Power Rangers, and then go into the skill tree and pick which skills you want to unlock as you slowly level up. The game story focuses on the origin of the Power Rangers, leading up to, of course, their battle and showdown with Rita Repulsa, and there are plenty of little cameos and other appearances from not only the monsters of the Power Rangers universe, but also some side characters like Bulk and Skull, complete with their original theme music, which honestly is one of the highlights of this game. The game is broken up into 6 different chapters, or levels, that are broken up into multiple areas each, culminating with a boss fight at the end of them, which ends up leading to, of course, you turning into the Megazord and then battling them in the giant form. For the most part, you are going to be battling the simple putties over and over again, though new enemies are slowly introduced as the game goes on. Basically, you'll start off as your normal human form, and then after you gain enough power, you'll be able to morph into your Power Ranger version, in which case you'll be able to get more powerful combos, as well as be able to use your blaster, and of course your main actual physical melee weapon. While there is a fair bit of combos, overall I found myself mostly just mashing this square button in order to beat down most of the opponents that I ended up fighting. I did find a few little things that ended up working, like mixing up the main attack along with the melee weapon, but it can get a bit monotonous pretty quickly. Honestly, the highlight for me is actually facing off against the big monsters at the end of each one of the chapters or levels. Here you turn into the Megazord, and you first start off with a first-person perspective where you actually have to blast projectiles from the enemy and then target specific spots on them in order to damage them using the cannons of the Megazord itself, and then you go to the actual giant Megazord battle, where it unfortunately becomes quick-time events. Basically, input these set of commands before they do in order to initiate damage, and after each of you go back and forth, whoever ends up running out of health first is the loser. The fact that they turned this into quick time instead of actually like a big fighting game type of aspect ended up being a big disappointment. While the graphics in the game are okay, it really does end up coming off as kind of like a Flash animation. Just looking at the walk cycles and overall attacking animations just looks like it could be something off of Newgrounds from years ago. While I don't think that's particularly bad, it just doesn't end up standing out, and I would expect better from a modern Power Rangers title. And while it was cool to hear the Bulk and Skull theme, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme, and a few other tracks that relate to the Power Rangers, there were some times where there was no music at all, or the music just didn't end up fitting, or was really low compared to the action that was going on, without changing the overall sound in the options menu. From the technical side of things, everything did end up running smoothly. I didn't run any major slowdown or crashing of any sort. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle is available on the PlayStation 4 for $14.99. It does not feature a full trophy list or a platinum, though the trophy list doesn't seem like it's going to be anything too taxing if you're looking for that 100%. While I appreciate the concept and definitely love the nostalgia, this is the kind of game that you may want to only check out if you do have a bunch of friends that are going to be willing to play with you on your same PS4, as well as if you are a really big Power Rangers fan. But overall, as far as beat-em-ups are concerned, it's honestly pretty generic, with other beat-em-ups already out on PS4 that do what it's trying to do much better. With everything said, I'm going to be giving Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle a 4 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.